Puget Sound, under constant pressure from millions of people who live and work on or near its shores.
This is APL, the Applied Physics Laboratory at the University of Washington in Seattle.
My name is Jan Newton. I'm a principal oceanographer at the Applied Physics Lab at the University of Washington.
Threats to Puget Sound are Jan Newton's top priority.
We are so data poor in Puget Sound. We know a lot more about the equatorial Pacific than we do about Puget Sound in terms of having real-time data that's constantly feeding back.
Okay, I'm going to start coming down.
Summer 2009, APL launches a new buoy.
We call it a networked profiling buoy. It has a sensor package that takes variables such as salinity, temperature, also oxygen, also how much chlorophyll is there, indicating the phytoplankton. It tells us about the currents, the full water column attributes, because the surface and the deep have very different conditions, and it's important if we're going to understand how the sound flushes. The other thing is that it's networked, so it does those profiles once an hour, every hour, and then relays that back in near real time, so we're looking at the data minutes after it's been taken.
Hood Canal 2006. This buoy alerted scientists to a major fish kill triggered by high winds.
We saw that surface layer basically get blown away and the low oxygen water come up to the surface, and that caused the fish kill. All of that happened over the course of 6 to 8 hours. And if we hadn't had those tightly spaced observations, we never would have understood that mechanism.
Another growing threat, ocean acidification. Too much carbon dioxide in the air is absorbed by the ocean, a potential danger to marine life.
Calcifying organisms like oysters are affected, and the larvae may not be able to settle and grow, so we can start to see loss of populations of organisms.
To detect and define the threats to Puget Sound, Newton says a dozen more high-tech buoys are needed.
You have to have knowledge as the first step to any actions.
This is APL, the Applied Physics Laboratory at the University of Washington in Seattle.